This is Moyes and More. This is Moyes and More. This is Moyes and More with Jake Moyes, the host of the most. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Moyes and More Series 2 Episode 3. We're in the third episode of the second series of YouTube's most popular ever comedy show. Hosted by me, the host of the most, Jake Moyes. We've got a packed out show today. We've got Micky Flanagan as our chosen comedian. We're talking about the recent news events. And we got me talking. So look forward to that. Thank you for everyone who tuned in again last week, and thank you to you who commented, can't remember your name, saying that get back to you when I've got my dick wet. You're enjoying the content. That's all I care about. People enjoying the content. That is what I do. And I do this because this is what I want to watch in the future. This is something that I would watch on the telly. Yeah, I don't have much of a life. Anyway, shall we get on with the news events of the recent week? So on Sunday was Mother's Day. Last year on episode 6 of the first series of Moyes More, I'd done a whole show dedicated to Mother's Day, a whole comedy routine to do with mothers. So you actually can't go back and watch episode 6, I'm afraid, legal reasons. So Mother's Day, everyone took their mum out. Everyone brought them a meal. I gave my mum a nice old treat. I let her do all the cooking, all the cleaning. She thoroughly enjoyed herself. So that was Mother's Day for my mum. Now I took her shopping. She sat beside me in the old motor. I took her the old Audi, Morrison's. Done a little tour. The only tour I'll ever be doing. On the late night alternative this week with Ian Lee, he has agreed to drink Joe Swash's urine. And if you're watching this on the day it goes out, which is Thursday, tomorrow, which is Friday, tomorrow night on the late night alternative, Ian Lee will be drinking Joe Swash's squash live on Talk Radio. I can't wait. I can't wait. Phil Mitchell returned being a bad boy in EastEnders. He barged through the door, pushed Aidan out of the way into the bar, waltzed in. Evening. Evening. Phil Mitchell's back with the bollocks he was born with. Yes, welcome back, Phil. Jim Davidson was on Piers Morgan. Now, Jim Davidson, he is my all-time second favourite comedian ever. We will be looking at him next week in our run of 5 comedians. Jim Davidson was on Piers Morgan. I don't really like Piers Morgan, but I watched it because Jim was on there. And some of the things he said was utterly hilarious. We'll talk about it more next week when we're actually on the topic of Jim Davidson. But the one thing that I thought was very funny, he said he had he was on tour, he was doing something, and his mate ordered 9 women to come and, you know, have fun with them in the hotel room. And he actually had a 9-some. And then 3 turned up. So they had a 12-some. And Piers said, well, do you regret that? Do you think that was a good decision? He said, yeah. And I hope my kids have one as well. So Jim Davidson, the dad that wants his kids to have a 12-some. Unfortunately, on Mother's Day, in fact, but we heard about it on Monday, Ken Dodds died. Did he? Doddy. Eh? Ken Dodds died. Did he? No, Doddy. Poor old Ken. 90. He'd been married for 3 days. He got married on Friday to his partner of 40 years and died on Sunday. So I reckon she only married him so she's in his will. Right? Is it too soon? Is it too soon? I don't know. Of course, Jeremy Clarkson has been announced as a new presenter for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I can't wait to give it a watch. And people have been speculating that the Grand Tour is going to be cancelled after next year. I can now reveal that that is not true. They're just focusing on Series 3. Then after Series 3 they probably will sign for a 4th year. So don't read everything the Sun tells you. There's a lot been going on this week. Britain First leaders, Jada Franson and Paul Golding, have got arrested and jailed for... Jada's been jailed for 38 weeks or 36 weeks, and Paul's been jailed for 18 weeks for exposing a gang of paedophiles and hate speeches. I don't really want to go into that. I have found a sport that I'm good at. Well, I would be good at. Apart from dance, which I'm fantastic about, and we will see that in the next few weeks, I found a sport that anyone can do. It's in the Paralympics, alright, it's in the Paralympics. I got shown a clip like this on Monday.
Wheelchair curling is a team ice sport that requires aim, communication and strategic planning to win. Wheelchair curling was inspired by curling. Anyone can do that, can't they? Can't they? Just sitting down and off it goes. We saw that on at college on Monday, and we were all weeing ourselves with laughter. Isn't that a good sport? Anyone can do that. And news for all you kids out there, all you younger viewers of mine. Tracy Beaker is returning, but not as a television show. It is only returning in the book form at the minute. Jacqueline Wilson has announced. Tracy's going to be a middle-aged single mum in her 30s, living on a rough estate in London. I've never read any of the books. I used to watch the programme, and I hope they make this into a programme, because I know I'm 17, but I'm going to give that a watch. Okay. What a bloody lot of stuff has been going on this week. And now the next comedian, the third comedian in our run of 5, is Micky Flanagan. Michael John Flanagan was born on the 7th of October 1962. Fun fact, fans, that's 2 days before my birthday. However, I wasn't born in 1962. Anyway, back to Micky. He is a British comedian. Flanagan has performed at the Edinburgh Fringe and toured Britain with stand-up shows. He presented Micky Flanagan, What Chance Change, for Radio 4 and has appeared on various TV shows including Mock the Week, A League of Their Own, 8 out of 10 Cats, Was It Something I Said, and Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow. Flanagan was born in Whitechapel, East London, and grew up on a council estate in Bethnal Green. His father, Jim Flanagan, held a number of jobs including welder and latterly as a fish porter. He was also involved in petty crime and served a small amount of prison time. Flanagan was a sensitive and thoughtful young man. He was keen to leave the East End for London. As a bright student, he found that schoolwork bored him and then soon began to skip classes. However, Micky became on to learn and to study to become a teacher. However, he decided that wasn't for him and got into comedy at the time where he was studying. Flanagan became a professional comedian in 1997 after attending a comedy course at Jackson's Lane in 1996. His earliest comedy gigs were unpaid, so he worked as a painter and decorator during his time. He mined his unbridging for early comic material. In 2001, he performed in the Big Value comedy show at Edinburgh Fringe as one of the 4 headline acts, and in 2003 co-headlined a show in Nina Conti. He performed his first full-length solo show, What Chance, in 2006, and in 2007 was nominated Best Newcomer at the Edinburgh Comedy Awards. He toured Great Britain with the Out Out Tour in 2010 and 2011. This is when Flanagan's career came to life. In 2012, he starred alongside Mark Watson and host Mark Dolan as captain on Channel 4 advising-based comedy programme The Mad Bad Ad Show. On the 7th of June 2013, he appeared on The Graham Norton Show alongside Dan Stevens. Hey, no one cares about them. He was a team captain alongside Frank Skinner on the BBC One comedy show Love My Country, which was hosted by Gabby Loden. Additionally, he is a team captain for Channel 4 comedy panel show What Was It Something I Said? In 2015, he took a year off, citing pressure and a new process. However, Micky is now becoming one of the most popular British stand-ups in this day and age. Micky, you legend, mate.
What a sort of modern comedian Micky Flanagan is. Quite funny as well. Okay, now stand-up comedy time from me, or sit down if you're a Paralympian. Stand-up comedy from me, and I want to talk about jobs this week. Jobs, hey? Jobs. Yeah, jobs. Now, last year at the time of filming the first series of Moyes and More, you viewers from last year will know that I got a new job. Now, it wasn't the best job in the world, it was washing up in a pub, right? 6 months later, I left that job and I got a new job, which was at the time of, well, just after the Grand Theft Auto tour. So I was busy last year. I had a busy year. I had 2 jobs in the space of a year. I've still got this current job. I work at Co-op. I'm a cooperative geezer, eh? In a way, I miss my old job because I think there was 2 occasions, or it might have been just 1 occasion, where I was sick and I couldn't go in. And I missed this job because I didn't have to ring in, I didn't have to go in, I didn't have to phone in. I just texted in, up all night, coming out both ends. Send. I didn't have to ring in. Texting in was so good, because if you're ill, you don't really want to phone in, do you? The other thing I miss about my old job, I had my boss where I wanted her. Most jobs you get told when you're working, how long you're working for. I told her when I was working. Right? I was a busy man. I had this to do, I had other things to do. I said, I'm working Tuesday and Saturday, that's it. Eventually, she got very fed up with me and sent me a massive old paragraph in the middle of the night saying how useless I was. So that's when I started looking for a new job. And I got this new job at Co-op. And for the first time ever, I had to ring up sick into Co-op. And the first day wasn't too bad when I ran in sick. I had this Australian flu, I had the Aussie flu. The Aussie flu. The first day I rang up weren't too bad. I just phoned up, alright, can't come in, I'm ill. Can you come in tomorrow? Well, I suppose I'll have to, wouldn't I? I'll have to come in tomorrow, wouldn't I? Hey? So I went in the Sunday, I should have died, basically. And I then spent the whole rest of the week in bed. And on the Tuesday, I was supposed to work. So I phoned in. I said, yeah, I'm not coming in again. This flu is just beyond me. I can't come in. I physically can't come in. You want me to serve customers when I'm dying? Yeah, it's just not going to work. And they said, what? Different woman. Never heard of her. I've never known of this woman in my life. Receptionist at Co-op. And she said, who are you? My name is Jake Moyes. Do you work here? Of course I work here. I can't phone in sick to places I don't work, can I? Okay, what's your job? I work at Co-op. Right, are you supposed to be in today? Yes, I'm supposed to be in today. What's wrong with you then? I've got the flu, bad cough. Well, you don't sound ill. Well, how do you want me to sound? Exactly. Because I haven't coughed in the 2-minute conversation, she thought I was lying. Can I speak to the manager, please? You know, someone who I actually know, someone who knows I work here, because you're useless. Okay, I'll put you through the management. Alright. Yeah, I can't come in. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll see how you work at the weekend. It's just not worth it, is it? Yeah, get well soon, mate. Yeah, the bloody receptionists, they know nothing. You know nothing. So, the thing that I hate about working in my local shop is people come in that I used to know. And some large lady, I say large lady, fat girl, came in who I used to go to school with. Never got on with her. Won't say her name. All I can say is moo. Bit of a cow. And she came into work and she said, "Oh, you're not doing very well, are you? You're working in Co-op." I said, "At least I have a job, you fat old cow." Yeah, Manager weren't very happy about that one. Apparently when customers come in, you're supposed to treat them with respect. Don't know about animals. So that's jobs. Anyone got a job? I'll tell you, ain't got a job. People on Jeremy Kyle, they ain't got jobs. We'll be talking about Jeremy Kyle actually towards the end of the series. So look forward to that. Okay, now let's have a look at some. Well, I say look. Let's have a listen. All these bloody rules and regulations. Can't put bloody clips in, can I? Let's have a listen at some of Micky Flanagan's greatest moments.
Can't actually remember the last time we ended up out. You know what I mean by this, don't you? The fact that in the UK we drink so much, we have different levels of being out, different types. I'll talk you through them. You pop out just to go to the shops, you've got to get a couple of bits, and you bump into a friend who says, should we have a quick drink? And you go, yeah, only a quick one though, because I'm very busy. 3 hours later, you're still in the pub. And then what happens is the evening people come in. These people are going out properly. These people are going what we like to call out. Now, the out people come up to you, don't they? And they go, you going to come out with us? And you go, I can't come out. I didn't even come out. I only popped out. The out people don't want to hear this. They look at you, they go, look, you popped out. You've ended up out. You may as well come out. If you've got just the right amount of alcohol in your system, you look at them, you go, you know what? I'm coming out.
It's a nice area we live in, and I'll tell you why. Everyone says hello, and they say hello, hello, morning. They jump out of bushes, hello, they say. You got to be on your toes. My wife says to me, do you all saying hello to people, ain't you? I say, no, I ain't. I say hello to people. I give them the good old-fashioned all right. All right, I say. All right. And I move on, because I'm a very busy man. And now it opens up on the motorway. Now we're mates. I've broken the seal. I've got to say hello to him for the rest of my life. And it led to something. I'm going to share it with you people, because it led to something. I went off to drop my little boy at school, at his Montessori school, where he learns through play for 50 quid a day. They're very giving people. And I saw him on the way home. Morning! We said, good morning! We did the big good morning. Went indoors. Had to go and get a pint of milk. He's coming down the road again. The second meet is a bit tougher. You've done your big good morning. It's a bit awkward. So we did what you do in that situation. The big eyebrow raise. Oh, I went, oh, fancy bumping into you again. What a crazy world we live in. Oh, don't. But we got through it. Ink cartridges run out. I've got to go and get another one at the stationer's down the road. I'm walking down the road. He's coming down the road again. The third meet. One day is the tough one. One of the toughest social situations known to mankind. But he knew the rules, so did I. He's a man of some years, he knew the rules. As we passed each other, I said, you're not following me, are you? He said, do we have to stop meeting like this? It's your standard cover for your third meet. It's internationally known and internationally respected. But there's no cover for 4. It's never been found. I'm now trapped in the house for 24 hours before we're back on hello.
What a fantastic comedian Micky Flanagan is, and why am I clapping? Next week we will be having my second favourite of all-time comedians. Actually, I don't know if he's my second, he's joint first. Because he's so different, he's so funny, and I can't wait. His life has been so exciting, and I can't wait to documentary. What the hell was that? I can't wait to documentary his life next week. And that is all I've got time for this week on Moyes and More. Last week we had Ian Lee in the late night alternate. Don't forget his drinking Joe Sausage piss later on in the week. We had What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you walk up and get out of me? Now, singing stuff off tonight, we've got Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Yes, it's Alan Caddick, Ian Lee, and late night alternative viewers and listeners with Penny Lane by the Beatles. See you next week on Moyes and More. Thank you very much. Goodbye. They nearly fell over.
In Penny Lane there is a barber showing photographs. Go. Stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. The little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a Mac. In the pouring rain, Alan, it's very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, it's Hilda. Meanwhile, back in Penny Lane, there is a fireman with an hourglass. And in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. You did this, Alan. Yes. 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 Here we go. Penny Lane is in my ear.